Hey everyone, Mike Hagon at the Hagon Jones Homestead. Out in the greenhouse today. It's November 15th. Gloomy day, just kind of raining. It's a little bit of snow this morning, not lovely at all. But I've been putting out this video. These cuttings have been ready for a while, but you know, better to get a nice good root system before you transplant them. So this will be a follow-up video on the Sea Buckthorn cuttings that I did. I also did a bunch of other cuttings, so this is like a update on the Sea Buckthorn and also what worked and what didn't work for me. I have no idea why they didn't work. They've worked, some have worked before, some didn't work this time. It's really funny. So I did six different berry plant cuttings. Some failed completely and some worked, so I'm going to do a full update on that. So just to kind of cover what I did, I took cuttings off some berry plants I bought. I did Sea Buckthorn, which is the update video on this. I did Pixwell. I did Navajo Blackberry. I did Raspberry, Aronia Berry, and Haskaps. I've had luck with Aronia, Haskap, Sea Buckthorn, and Pixwell, gooseberries, but nothing else. Raspberries, blackberries didn't seem to work, and this time the Haskap berry didn't work. Whereas the last time I did it, it worked like flawlessly and I got amazing cuttings out of it. Hold on, I'll show you. This, for example, is one that, you know, was a Haskap cutting and it's just taken right off. And it's November, it's cold out here in the greenhouse. You know, it's going down to 0 at night. So, today, like I said, I'm doing the update video on the Sea Buckthorn. We'll start with that, but I have my pots out ready to plant into. What I've done is just a regular, I use Pro Mix soil, nothing special. I did top everything before I watered it with just a basic organic 4-4-4 fertilizer, and nothing special about this brand. It was just the most economical. And then I have blood and bone meal in that container. So I put a little bit on top, then I heavily watered everything, and I'm ready to do some transplants. So let's start with the Sea Buckthorn. I did 24 Sea Buckthorn, you can see by the dates. I did 24 Sea Buckthorn with rooting hormone, and I did 35 where I forgot to do the rooting hormone. So the first 35 were no rooting hormone. If you look at the no rooting hormone side of the box, there's nothing there. They all died. They all failed. I couldn't believe it. I thought they looked very healthy, and then one day, no joke, all 35 of them died. I don't know what I did wrong. Out of the Sea Buckthorn that I used rooting hormone, I did 24, and I believe I have 10 successful. So I'm going to show you what they look like with the roots, and you can watch the prior video that shows you how I planted them and what I used and how I planted. I mean, it's simple: sand, peat moss, and perlite. You know, almost an even mix, more sand than anything. Yeah, so let's pull out some of these Sea Buckthorns. You can see, not prepared. I got a little dollar store shovel here. It's good for loosening up the soil. So I'll just go in. Can you see? Yeah, so that, I'm just going in around it, kind of loosening up the soil. And then I will pull it out. So not a huge root system on that, but let's get that into the ground. So we've got our pots here, and then you're going to just make a nice little hole and drop these in. So that's that. Yeah, done and done. So I'll do one more with you, and then I'll fast forward to the rest so you don't have to painfully watch. Oh, that's got a good root system on it. So that's that one. There we go. So again, take the pot, just make a nice little hole, put in the plant, and then fill up the soil around them. Oh look, there's a dead stick in there. Huh. That was one that did not succeed. So that is how I am doing the Sea Buckthorn. Okay, so that is all of the Sea Buckthorn. So I'm going to get this one right out of the way. Put it on the compost bin. Now, so Pixwell Gooseberry. Pixwell Gooseberry has, what is it this time? I did 18 and got 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 maybe. Pixwell Gooseberry seems to clone this way really well. It almost works every time. You know, I don't get 100%, but you know, 18% is not bad. So the same thing, take a new root cutting, you know, 45-degree angle, trim off all the lower leaves, rooting hormone into the sand mix, and you're golden. So let's check some of these out. This one is sending up new growth, but no roots. I'm going to plant it anyways and just keep it really wet. Let's hope they don't all go like that. Need my shovel. Again, here I am bragging about it, and there's not really any roots on there, but I'm going to plant it anyways. Still. Well, maybe they're not as good as I thought. They just really do well and survive. There we go. Look at that root system. Wow. That one's got some nice fruits on it too. Yeah, there's another one. Just a tiny couple. Okay, so the start was a little rough, but I planted those ones anyways. But there was tons of roots on the rest of them, so that's fantastic. Like I said, the Pixwell's so good that I did a round of cuttings. Then I took cuttings from those and just put those into the into a new little container. Just to give you the gist, and I took cuttings off this guy. This was a month ago, 2 months ago that I planted this, and it's huge already. All right, so those are the Pixwell Gooseberry and the Sea Buckthorn. Once again, the Sea Buckthorn with the rooting hormone worked. The Sea Buckthorn without the rooting hormone did not work. The Pixwell Gooseberry had rooting hormone, it worked. What did not work in that bid was the Navajo thornless blackberry. None of them survived. I think I'm gonna have to go for a different tactic on the raspberry blackberries. This bin here, I had raspberries, failed, Haskaps failed, and the aronia berry seemed to have worked. You can see I stole some sand out of here, but the aronia berry are up front there. So let's check these out. Yep. So not much for greenery, but definitely a nice root system. Oh, gotta break these up with the shovel. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. I can tell. Nice fine white roots. There we go again. All right, I'm out of pots. I'll finish those up for the video. So once again, this was a quick follow-up video on the Sea Buckthorn cuttings video that I made to show you that it does work. Clearly use rooting hormone, that helps. I did have a better success rate the first time I did it. I think it might have been, a better time in the season. I did those cuttings early summer, whereas this time I did fall cuttings. The Pixwell Gooseberry works like a charm, so don't hesitate to try that one out, or I'm assuming any gooseberry would work. I haven't tried anything else but the Pixwell. The aronia berry, they work the first time, they work the second time, they're great. They seem to work really well for cuttings. And then the raspberries and the blackberries, epic fail. I think I'm going to have to do a different technique, kind of where I pack the soil around the stem and let it root into that naturally to get cuttings, or just break up the roots and the suckers that come off with their own roots. So thank you so much for checking out our video on the follow-up on the cuttings. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. It means a ton to us. And don't forget to keep checking us out, because there's a ton more videos coming up. I got a whole bunch of new seeds, tree seeds that arrived, so I'll be doing the ones I haven't done videos on yet, and a whole bunch more. All right, have a great day.